President Trump is out with a new threat today, this time with a lot of profanity. Here's what he told Fox News this morning as part of his latest threat against Iran. That message, a direct response to this. Those are the missiles Iran state television says were used in a surprise attack on U.S. forces yesterday. The U.S. and Jordan say all the missiles were blocked, but President Trump says the U.S. response will be, quote, forceful. Let's go live to outside the White House. The CBS News reporter Aaron Navarro. Aaron, tough words from the president. Are we any closer to diplomacy at this point?
Liz, it doesn't seem like it, in part because of the president's tough words, as you mentioned, as well as what we're seeing and hearing from Iranian officials who have said they have not spoken directly to the U.S. in the last 15 days, despite President Trump's insistence that he believes Iran desperately wants to make a deal. And in the indirect conversations that they are having with Iran, with Oman, they recently rejected a proposal from them to demine the underwater mines that have been in the Strait of Hormuz and have made that waterway very dangerous. And in the progress that they have made with Oman, it seems that they're jointly talking about fees when it comes to ships transiting through the Strait of Hormuz, which has been a red line for this White House and the administration. Throughout the appearance in the Oval Office earlier this afternoon, you also did not hear President Trump talk much about negotiations and instead talk about upcoming attacks on Iran from the U.S. He said, quote, "I will always hit back." And when asked about if he sees a scenario in which Iran strikes enough U.S. military bases in the region that would cause the U.S. to pull out of this war, the president said essentially that'll never happen. Take a listen to his answer.
On what scenario do you see Iran attacking U.S. installations and personnel overseas and you withdrawing? Or
I don't see that. No, we're not. No, we're gonna hit them very hard. I mean, I can actually say that because in that there's very little they can do about it. It was a different group than we're dealing with. They've already apologized, but you know we got to smack them a little bit.
Mr. President, do you want me to hit back when they strike?
Will I always hit back?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Mr. President, just on a point of clarity on that, sir, is that in response to the attempted ballistic missile strike on Jordan last night? When you say it's our turn to hit back?
Yeah, I think more so that, yeah, because it was another smaller event. But no, they sent 8,000-mile-an-hour missiles at us. And fortunately, we had our people operating the greatest equipment in the world.
And another thing that could make any path to diplomacy difficult is just the fact that this war is expanding throughout the region. Saudi Arabia joined in the U.S. attacks on Iran-backed military forces in Iraq. Jordan's military said this week that they had to intercept 5 missiles coming from Iran. The Houthis, based out of Yemen, hit Saudi-flagged tankers in the Red Sea as they're trying to use that as an alternate route to the Strait of Hormuz. So plenty of factors are at play that make diplomacy in the U.S.-Iran war seem unlikely.
And Aaron, the president is adding a new renovation project to his list in D.C. What do you know about it?
This is a $22.5 billion renovation of the Dulles Airport here in Washington, D.C. He really wants to renovate so many things about it, replace 2 concourses, create a U-shaped train system, and replace what are known as the, quote, people movers that take people from terminal to terminal. And he said that it would be funded, both he as well as the Transportation Secretary, Sean Duffy, that it would be funded with no federal dollars. It will be funded primarily by airport revenue through the Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority, which gets the revenue from rental fees as well as runway fees used by airlines. The president also said that United Airlines will be a big partner in all of this, and that the main terminal made by Eero Saarinen, the Finnish architect, will remain, and that the other changes will not impact the runway or flights coming in and out of that airport. But as you mentioned, this is the latest renovation project from President Trump in Washington, D.C. alone, as he has changed a lot of the parks here in the nation's capital, as well as the still under construction White House ballroom.
He's put a stamp on a lot of things. All right, Aaron Navarro, thank you so much.